Hi, we're Next Generation, and today we're going to put forward our ideas on how to get sustainable growth and jobs in the EU. Problems in the EU include high youth unemployment, stagnant growth, and a lack of trust in the EU. We propose to expand and connect national energy grids via HVDC lines, creating a pan-European smart energy grid. This would result in increased competition and more potential for renewables. For example, in Ireland there is a huge potential for onshore wind energy, and access to a larger market would bring greater investment. Proof of this concept can be found in the Pacific Northwest, which has had a HVDC line since 1970, showing that it is possible to transport energy over long distances without loss of efficiency. A European supergrid could exploit solar energy sources from as far away as North Africa, where companies such as Desertec have already started this process. A move towards renewables would reduce dependence on OPEC countries and volatile fossil fuel markets. However, this could expose the EU to political instability in Northern Africa, so would have to be counteracted by positive local investment. Our next proposition is an enhancement and standardisation of rail in the EU. For example, the Thalys PBK train travels across 7 different signalling zones. If these were standardised, it would save both time and money. There is also an issue with Eastern Enlargement member states. A lack of investment in rail has meant that their connections to the rest of Europe are substandard. More rail projects should be funded in the Balkans. As we can see in the Beijing-Shanghai Railway, shortened journey times have created jobs, increased tourism, and connected the two areas. Paul Krugman's centre-periphery theory argues that the increased mobility of labour and capital would benefit the whole of Europe. Youth unemployment and youth not in education, employment or training, NEET, is a huge problem in Europe today and is rising in many states. Italy has one of the highest levels of youth NEET, with over 2 million 15 to 29 year olds, that is 37% of young people not studying or working. Also, the amount of 30 to 34 year olds that stay at home has almost tripled since 1983. Poor language skills is also an issue. Italy has one of the lowest levels of English proficiency, 24th in Europe. Our proposition is to increase funding at EU levels towards the Erasmus and Leonardo da Vinci programmes, change the system so that students pay the fees of the university they are studying at, introduce scholarships for disadvantaged students, and encourage cultural exchanges in the form of secondary school trips between twin schools in different states. This would make young people more skillful, competitive and marketable, as they would be more motivated to learn languages and learn in a new environment. In addition, this would reduce business costs through higher language competencies. It would also unify the labour market by increasing the mobility of labour and making it easier for people to travel across Europe to where jobs are available. Finally, this will bring about un esprit et identité européenne, as students are more open-minded about job prospects across their national borders. Our proposals combined would lead to unified markets, more competition and increased EU identity. These provide short-term jobs in construction and long-term jobs in maintenance, development and exporting, all while increasing mobility in the job market by creating a more accessible and interconnected Europe. This is how we see a Europe for the next generation.